Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Genesis Mindset. And in this episode, I want to share with you the biggest bullish divergence that I'm seeing in cryptocurrency right now. And this is an idea that's emerged in my consciousness based on the conversations that I've been having with one of my really good friends, Hex Holmes. Follow him on Twitter. He's doing awesome work for Hex. And then all the videos that I've ever watched. And in particular, a lot of Somi's content is really saturating into my consciousness. Like Somi's like a godsend. The content that he delivers, the alpha that he is giving for free is next level. He's someone from traditional finance and he's giving like such a next level perspective. I can't get over how good his perspective is. It's just phenomenal. And then also the years of research that I've been doing into these sorts of things. So I'm by no means an expert, but when we talk about things like contrarian plays, the reason why that really resonates with me, one of my favorite YouTubers that I learned Forex through, No Nonsense Forex. He is all about contrarian plays. He's all about going against the crowd. So then when you hear someone that you trust saying these things and then somebody comes along and says it, it's just reaffirming. And, these aren't the only guys that are talking about that. But in any case, it's all these ideas that are really starting to mature in my mind. Then I just had this like burst of consciousness, this stream of information, and it all emerged out of the highest of stakes. So I'm so bullish. And I mean, of course, you're going to know what this bullish divergence is. But before we get into that, the Genesis mindset, blah, blah, blah. This is mindset. Well, not blah, blah, blah on that, but this is not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. So I've got to give all that crap, but this is mindset. So I really trust my mind. You don't trust my mind, but I really trust my mind because I meditate a lot and I clear my mind a lot. My mind is like so pure, so clean. My heart is, I just follow the world and things happen. It doesn't lead me astray. The more that I meditate, the more everything in life works out. I cannot tell you how absolutely phenomenal that is. And so that's the main thing about my channel. But of course, everybody's here for the crypto. Everybody's here for the candles. So the biggest bullish divergence in crypto history is Pulsechain. And the reason why it's the biggest bullish divergence. So first of all, let's just very quickly, this is, if you don't know what a divergence is, this is a bullish divergence where the price is going down, but the indicators are going, so the prices are forming lower lows, but the indicators, so this is the RSI, are forming higher lows. So as you can see, a low, higher low. Anyway, you could probably take this one as well. Oh, actually, you really could in a way. And then from there, the price has been going up since then. So that is a bullish divergence, okay? But I'm not talking about this as an indicator like that you can get on TradingView or you can get on Dex Screener. The indicator is the world, the way that I'm reading the world, the way that I'm reading everything in the ecosystem right now. So back into the presentation, the community. This is something that Somi emphasizes. This is something that Raoul Pal emphasizes, the network effect. But after I watched The Highest of Stakes, even just something in my mind clicked. I'm not going to give anything away about the movie, but there was a part in it where they showed the Hex meetup. So you would have seen this on YouTube, the Hex and Pulsechain meetups in Las Vegas, for example. The dormant energy in the community is so like, Somi goes on and on about this, but just something about it just clicked, like the power of the community. You see it on Twitter, you see it on X. The power of the community is next level. I'm going to turn my fan on. Hopefully it doesn't sound, but it's bloody hot in Brisbane. So the power of the community, like, but it's dormant. So what does that mean? It's ready to go. It's ready to go, but it needs something first. It needs something. And what do we actually need? And why do we need it? So I'm going to cover that as we go along. So the old buyers, for instance, are dead energy. So I basically onboarded, I was going to say converted, but onboarded my cousins, my friends, my brother. And to give you an example, my brother, love him to pieces, but he was like, yeah, I don't really want to learn about it. I'll just take your opinion and just do it. Now, he didn't take my opinion when I was telling him. I'll show you where I was telling them first, actually. So I've got the hex chart here. I was telling my friends at these prices because I was starting to get results. I got in on sacrifice phase. I made a mistake here where I was flipping my Ethereum for hex, and then eventually all the Ethereum that I'd been accumulating for years All the Ethereum I'd been accumulating for years then got trapped in Hex, because then Hex started to have this run, and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. So now I'm stuck in Hex, but I wanted Ethereum. That's what I was actually communicating. I wasn't bullish on Hex at the time, but I did have some in the sacrifice phase. But then it just kept going and it kept going. And I was like, oh my God, this was the best financial mistake of my life. And I'm telling my cousins, I'm telling my family, guys, you got to get into this. This thing is insane. And my cousin's like, nah, I've got ETF. I'm going to get the stable dividends. And that's his character. That's his nature. That's who he is. You can't fight that. You can't argue with that. Those types of people are not interested in buying things that are risky. When did they start listening? They started listening here. And I would have endless discussions with one of my best friends who's a financial advisor, TradFi guy, crypto's a scam. When did he start buying here? After like weeks and weeks of conversations, this is when they started to buy, when the Pulsechain sacrifice started to happen. Because I'm like, you got to get in, you got to get your double for Pulsechain. Now, I completely blame myself. And I think we're all guilty of this in the Hex community. We were all way too euphoric here. Like none of us had experienced, I've never experienced a 10,000x. I mean, became a millionaire with those numbers. Never experienced that in my life. And you just think it's going to go on forever, but it wasn't. And really, if we know about the cycles, but nothing prepared me for that euphoria. But now this cycle is different, but nothing prepared me at that time. So these people are buying here. I should have told them, you shouldn't be buying now, but I really blame myself for that. So all those people now have become haters. So the old energy, there's dead energy because they've become haters. All my brothers, my cousins that I onboarded, they hate it. They think it's a scam and it's trash, and they're just really bearish on it. Why? There's no evidence in their mind. That's the problem. So how many of these onboards even knew Richard Hart or Hex? How many of your onboards did? How many of them just listened to you and trusted you? It's a big mistake. It's a really big mistake. But the problem is every single one of us. So the reason why nobody listened to me 7 months before the all-time high is because we're all just nothings. We're all no-name nobodies. Results is what talks. That's why somebody always talks about green candles. Green candles are results. Results talk. If I've got a portfolio and I show them, hey, here's my portfolio, I'm a millionaire and it's my birthday, then they're like, holy shit. Then they start to listen. They weren't listening before that. They had no interest in that because I am an unsuccessful bum. Like my life has radically changed since meditating. But before that, I was just a useless piece of shit. Okay, yes, I had an architecture degree, but I would never listen to somebody like me. I would never listen to somebody like me. And you have to ask yourself, are you somebody that's worth listening to? Are you someone that has the evidence to say you should be listening to me? You know, you look at Alex Becker, you know, he's already a millionaire. He's already a millionaire. And he creates a channel and he starts talking about gaming cryptos and prices shoot up. Why? Because he's got social authority. None of us have social authority. That's what this whole channel is all about, trying to build that social authority to really get people to understand that getting your mind right will change your life. That's what this whole channel is about. This whole channel is not about me saying, I'm an expert, listen to me. My whole channel is about, if you have the right mind, you can succeed. You can succeed at anything that you put your mind to, including, of course, cryptocurrency. So, of course, results actually talk. So how many people do you know who are saying Hex is down and Hex is a scam? They're all saying that. They're all saying that. What does this actually mean? At the moment, there's so many loud Hexicans, but even myself, I'm ashamed. I don't want to, like, I'm scared to onboard people. They're not going to listen to me when we're down 99%. Like, it's the prices stink. It sucks. Let's be honest. They're not going to listen. But I have been telling them, but not with conviction. When I was telling them at the top, I had conviction because it was really high. And it's like, here's the result. So there's all this evidence for them to go, yes, I'm in. But really, be realistic. We're down 99%. All of us went from like kings to nothing. People were retiring in the Hex ecosystem. Now they're getting jobs again. I wouldn't listen to me. Who's going to listen to us? So really be honest with yourself. But the thing is, there's all this energy here that's waiting. It's like once those results come, the force, the energetic power of the Hex ecosystem, of the Pulsechain ecosystem is there. It's self-evident on Twitter, but the price is not supportive of that evidence. Once the price comes, the energy that goes into that, it's like this bushfire with, it's like this fire, this kindling that's just it just needs that spark once that spark comes, the bush is full of dry tinder that's ready to just explode. And then once that explodes, the fire's roaring and it's going to burn and combust all these other things they're not going to be burning unless there's this amount of fire. So really, we have to be honest with ourselves. I wouldn't listen to me. It's really as simple as that. But when it's 10 cents, 20 cents, when it starts to go beyond the points that they were buying in, they're going to start listening. Oh, my portfolio that I put money into is doubled now. But then this is the important thing. We have to protect them. We have to become the authority and really protect them from buying when they shouldn't be buying. Just like I should have protected my friends and said, this is not the time to buy. I was lost in euphoria. Don't be telling your friends to buy. Don't create the next wave of haters. We really have to be protecting them as best as we can so that they can also become advocates for it so the community can expand from there. Don't let them be buying when it's ridiculous, when Bitcoin's dropping and we've already spent a year in the bull market. Really, I mean, you can't stop them, of course. People make their own decisions. But at the end of the day, we really need to protect our friends. I want to just show you this so everybody knows this chart. So let's just say the red, we know this psychology chart, but what does this actually mean in terms of people? This is what I see in the Hex ecosystem. So let's apply this to the Hex ecosystem. The red people is the people that are not in Hex. The green people are people that have got Hex, but they're like, oh, this is trash. And the blue people are like us, the believers. We're like, no, it's still good. And it's still this same principle, actually, with every kind of market. When I think back to cryptocurrency back in the last bull market, the red is like my uncle who's like, no, cryptocurrency is a scam. Then at the end, at the top, he's asking me, oh, should I buy some Shiba Inu? Bro, that was the most top signal that anyone could ever give. Now I understand because I've been through it. These people, no matter what, these people, the energy of those people will only come in at this point in time. The energy of these people in the green will only come in at this point in time. The energy of these people in the blue, the believers, will come at this time. These people in the green are giving it the extra burst up, and then the people in the red, the blue, the green, the red, they're all coming together, and that's what makes it parabolic. And then, of course, the red is the top. When your uncle's asking you, should he buy Shiba Inu? That's the top. There's your top signal. Start selling. Start selling. And when you tell people, hey, you should be taking some profit. No, Shiba Inu is going to go to the moon. Bro, I know now. And this is why, I mean, Somi did a great video today with Ian Bellina. Somi, I swear to God, I was thinking about Ian Bellina for like the first time in God knows how long. Man, when your mind is synced up to the universe, the vibrations of the world just come into your mind, and you get so inspired, and like this is why for me it's like it's an inevitability. But really to convey that, it's so impossible. If I try and tell my brother, he's like, well, you're bullish just because you're all in on it. And it's like, well, yes, that's true, but there's all these other factors, and you're bearish because you're down, and there's nothing that I can do about it. So let's get to the next point. Dicky. He's your boy. He's our boy. He's the X factor. He really is the X factor. So, but he's disappeared at the moment. He's disappeared. So this is why it's an X factor. So he's on Twitter, but really, if you ask these people, the skeptics, they're like, well, oh, he's hiding. He's hiding from the SEC. I love him, but he's arrogant. Simple as that. He's outrage marketing. Yes, it was outrage marketing. Yes, it was an act, but the arrogance is there. It doesn't matter what you want to say. For you to exhibit that degree of arrogance means you have it in you, means you actually think those things of yourself. That's the thing. And do you know why I know that? Because I'm also exactly the same. The inferiority matched with the arrogance, the inferiority creates arrogance. And so when you're trying to like, oh, I'm so great. And of course he is, because he has achieved those things. It's very difficult not to be arrogant. And the reason why is because humans are self-centered. We all think that we're the best. We all think that we're awesome. And you know what he craves more than anything? Love. He wants attention. He wants the glory. He said this time and time and time again. Why? Because it doesn't matter how great you are. Inside of your mind, it's a dead world. It doesn't actually exist. From inside of there, oh, I'm Richard Hart, I'm the king, or oh, I'm Steve and I'm the best. And nobody in the world is acknowledging you. Nobody in the world cares. So you need that. You need that continuous validation, because it's like a vacuum that can never be filled. The human mind can never be filled. Greed can never be filled. There's always more that we want. Why is it like this? Because whatever you have in your mind is how you see the world. This is the thing. So all these skeptics, like all the people who hate Richard Hart, doesn't matter what you say, if they have in their mind that they think he's scammed, you're not going to be able to change their mind unless you can provide, there'll be a certain, just like that chart, there'll be a certain percentage of people who you're going to be able to pull with evidence to the other side. There's going to be people who are in the red. No matter what you tell them, they're never going to believe it until they actually see the evidence. I mean, like, the reason why this is because the human mind is fundamentally self-centered. And we all know this. We all know this. Everybody knows that I am the most important person in my world. I think I tell myself, oh, if I've got kids, yeah, my kids are the most important thing in the world. But those kids are just an extension of you. They're just an extension of you. That's why they're the most important thing in your world. The human mind thinks it's so great, but inside of that bubble, it's not real. Nothing in nature is like that. There's not a single thing in nature. Everything in nature gives, except for humans, we take. And what is the one imbalance in the world? Humans. We're the ones that are destroying the planet. The planet's not destroying the planet. The humans are destroying the planet because of the false human mind. But if we come out of that human mind, there's enough here for everywhere. There's enough here for everyone. This world is full of abundance. We're all just one. Your kids are my kids. We're all just one. We're all family. It's not like, oh, because that this guy and that guy came out of my dad's dicks, then we're brothers. We're all brothers. We're all sisters, every single one of us. But we can't see that from in the mind. But you can see it as clear as day when you're not in the mind. So really, in any case, when he comes back, shit is going to get real. That's the bullish divergence on the point about Dicky. So there's all these like unknowns about him. The whole SEC, I mean, we can pretend it's not there, but it's there. Like Peter Schiff just tweeted something the other day and it had like 1 million people like see it. It doesn't matter if we dig our heads in the sand and say it's not there. It's there. The SEC's after him. They can't find him. What does this mean? Great. It just means more weak hands are getting shaken out. It just means the prices can stay lower so more people can buy. I actually see this as a fundamentally bullish thing. I see this as a phenomenally good thing from the perspective of Richard Hart, because I really trust Richard Hart. I trust his motives. This is the thing. Once you understand that the human mind is fundamentally self-centered, I don't look at him and go, he just wants to take all our money. Bro, Hex at the top, if he's the OA, if this is what people speculate, if he's the OA and he can just rug the project, Hex at the all-time high was worth like $250 billion. Do you know how much money that is? Like he doesn't have any kids. He doesn't have like, there's no legacy for him to pass that money down to. You can never spend $1 billion in your life. The most expensive house on the planet is like, I don't know, 150 something million. I don't know how expensive is Lionel Messi's house or Ronaldo. Then once you buy a house, then what? A couple of cars, a few $1 million there. You will never, ever, 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 ever in your lifetime be able to spend like $250 billion. So how much money do you think this guy needs? Like for you to think that he's in this for the money, it just means that you don't understand people. I'm sorry to say, if that's what you think, it means you do not understand people. You do not understand fundamentally how humans work. You are just thinking of it from your perspective, but I'm observing it objectively, knowing that people are fundamentally self-centered, and his most authentic self is when he says he is in this for the glory. He's doing this for the love. He's not doing it for the money. Who cares about the SEC? Really, who cares about it? But we have to address it at the end of the day. And when he comes back, when he starts streaming again, shit is going to get real. The community is phenomenal without him, and I'm loving how much it's growing without him. And this is what I'm getting onto next. But when he does come back, bro. So the DeFi, it's real. It's actually legitimate decentralized finance. This is the thing. There's no like centralized entity that's creating everything. It's the community. The community is the DeFi. But people are so caught up on the OA. But the OA protects the price, man. Honestly, the OA protects the price. If you believe it or not, this is the key difference. It's kind of a contradiction. I mean, you shouldn't trust the OA. That's the thing. You should trust the code. The OA is just a stagnant thing. The evidence is there. It has never sold anything. It's only ever protected the ecosystem. That is all that it's ever done. That's all that it ever did in Hex. It protected the ecosystem. What do you think it's going to do in Pulsechain? It's going to protect the ecosystem. It's going to help facilitate the ecosystem. But this is the problem. This is what people get caught on. Oh, but it's not real DeFi because the OA has so much centralized ownership. No, The ownership, no one owns that. No one owns that. This is just a pool of money, like a treasury that's just there to just protect the price and thin out the liquidity. That's what it's there for. It's actually a positive. It's a net positive for the ecosystem. But if your mind is saying, oh, but that belongs to someone, they can rug it. Well, no matter what, you either get it or you don't. That's the thing. You got to get over it or you keep focusing on that point. But the community itself is so decentralized. So it like everything that's being created, there's no Richard. There's no Richard anywhere. Everything's just being created by the community. And so when all these things are collapsing all around us, like Bitcoin now, Bitcoin ETF, man, everything that we loved about cryptocurrency, BlackRock, with their octopus tentacles, with the government, they're coming in, they're taking everything. Oh, we're gonna delist, BUSB, we're gonna delist Tornado Cash, oh, because this is what terrorists use. What? It's not the 1960s anymore. It's not a bunch of people that are just got no access to information. They're just reading the newspaper and going, oh, this is the truth. Oh, the man on the TV told me the truth. It's not like that anymore. They're still living in that paradigm. The internet, the information is there. Everyone is like much more free thinking. The information is there for you to make up your own mind. And now we're seeing what's going on in crypto, in Bitcoin, the ETFs. It's not, it is what it is. It is what it is. It just, in my opinion, it just means that Yahoo is no longer going to be the top. It's going to be Google. Google ended up being the top because Google was the better product that was fitted to what it was intention was. Simple search engine, none of all this other crap. And now I see Bitcoin and it's like the ETF is coming and TradFi is coming, all this money is coming. Well, it's against everything that cryptocurrency was for. It's against everything. So then all the people who are going to see, it might not be this cycle. It might be another cycle or two cycles. They're going to see all the limited gains. They're going to see the cycles have broken potentially. And then they're going to go, well, I can't make money there anymore. Where can I go to make money? Bang. You come to the real DeFi. You go to the places where it's created around what it was originally created around. And this is why Hex is so shadow banned everywhere, because it actually is like time value of money. It monetizes the time value of money. What does that mean? That means it's the end of the financial system, because I work so I can make money, so I can put it into stuff to invest. And then that creates production. Whereas this monetizes the time value of money. I put my money in there. I don't need to do anything. And it just comes out with more money. That destroys the entire economic system. That destroys the entire economic system. Like once you that's really clicked, it's like, holy shit. Like what? So, once there's hexacos, people will start to crave this. We've got validators, we've got streamers, we've got builders, we've got developers, we've got platforms, we've got UIs, we've got things like liquid loans now. Liquid loans, like, this is phenomenal. Like, it's infinite borrowing, basically. The lower the price for Pulsechain, the more bullish it is, because it just means less and less risk for people borrowing against their Pulsechain. So the system is basically designed to continue to reinvest money into itself, back into Pulsechain, back into anything else. So it's extremely bullish. This is a decentralized lending platform. I don't need to get money from the bank. I can just go to liquid loans. What does this mean for the future? What does this mean for banks? If I can just go to liquid loans and I can take out a mortgage and buy a house, what does this actually mean? Smart money doesn't sell their assets. They hold their assets and they borrow against it. People are going to hold their Pulsechain and borrow against it. What does this mean for the future? It still means we're going to have volatility. I'm not saying it's not, but my God, like, it's actually real DeFi. Then I love using the analogy of the city. Man, the city is growing. It just keeps growing and the price is wrecked, but it just keeps growing. Like people love Pulsechain, but the prices are wrecked. It's huge. People believe it. No matter, like, things just keep getting built. So people believe and create, and I actually feel like blessed to buy. I feel blessed to buy. And this this, I hope you can see this, the feedback loop, the speed of construction. So when you go to like, so at the moment, we're still in a construction phase. We're preparing the city for more people to come. We're in the growth phase, but it's empty. There's no circus, there's no music, there's no concerts to go to, there's no nightclubs. So why does anyone want to come here? When are they actually going to come here? When the city's ready and the bull market is here, then the people are going to come. Then there's circuses that are being built. There's stadiums that are being built. They're actually under construction right now. Some of them are even constructed, but we need the people. The people haven't heard about this city, this magic city called Pulsechain. They don't even know it exists yet. So, what does this mean in the bull market? Oh, let's go to the Pulsechain city. Let's go to the full moon party. Get the pingers, boys. Let's go and have a good time. Like, what does this actually mean? It's phenomenal. The city screams, and the feedback loop between. So this here, the clicks, the whole debate on Twitter about the clicks. It's like, oh my gosh, people argue so much. Okay, let's be realistic here. And I'm not going to drag on this point, but I'm sorry, it is a valid point. Like, as I've got a meditation website, and this is like business 101. You want the call to action to be as quick and seamless as possible. That is like psychology 101. Babies. Do you know a company called Apple? Apple, like one of the biggest companies on the planet. A baby can use an iPad. Like little kids, 2, 3, can use iPads. Do you know why? Because it's intuitive. You open it, you press the button, you press the button, you press the button. It's all just there. Don't need to work nothing out. It's all there. So for the community to come out and scream and say, oh, this is so bad. And I mean, it's not, it's a valid argument. That's the thing. It's a valid argument. But then it starts this whole debate, and people are like, oh, it's not so bad. You're just being a baby. And then, no, it's like this. And it's like, oh, humans, we all just think that we're right. But I don't care about that. What I care about is the feedback loop between the people who are saying there's a problem and the solution. It's like the problem is here. That problem could go on forever. Oh, Ethereum, the gas, and we got to wait for Ethereum to fix it. And it's taken years and years and years. Okay, the scale of this problem is a little bit different, but the clicks, it's shit. And then hexscout.io comes out. Are you kidding me? Like, within days of this problem, the feedback loop between problem and solution is the community, the speed of the community. If you're in a city and there's like you're driving on the road and there's potholes everywhere, you call up the council, you want to get that shit fixed straight away. That's why, I mean, Australia is such a good country because these things get fixed straight away. Like, that's what you want. That's what you want. You want to be in a place where the problems are being solved very quickly. That is like hyper amazing. I mean, let's have a look here. Poseidon.pls. He's made this little, I'm not going to watch the whole thing here, but go to his YouTube channel, follow Poseidon.pls because he does awesome alpha. He's just created a YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is already like 500,000 when I looked yesterday. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. There's plenty of little tutorials on there, and he's created this little explanation video of an extension that basically shortcuts all of this. So just like you've got MetaMask, you're going to have this little extension which can do all these things. That's exactly what we need. Hexscout.io, a website where it's all there, the perfect onboarding tool. You need to make it as easy as possible. It doesn't matter what you think, you need to make it as easy as possible to expand adoption. It's really that simple. Apple became wildly successful because it's easy to use. A phone with one button, and then it revolutionized phones. I'm sorry, that's just the way that it is. So let's not criticize, let's just accept, let's listen. But the beauty of having like a meditating mind, not just a meditating mind. It's all about clearing your mind. When your mind is clear, you have universe mind. Universe mind is acceptance, and then universe mind can see what is there. The world is telling me something. What is the world saying? We need a solution. Okay, let's create a solution. Not, no, you're wrong, and I'm arguing, and you're stupid, and oh, these guys are like this, and criticizing and judging, and all the arguments. It's like, oh, it's such a waste, you know. And this, oops. there's so many of these things. The ecosystem, this is old. This is old. There's newer ones. The ecosystem just keeps growing out, just keeps building out. The city just keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The city is a place where you can enjoy it your way. Not the way that somebody is telling you, not the way that a maxi is telling you. You can enjoy it your way. So what does that mean? It means that this is a city where some people are going to come for a layer one, that it's Pulsechain. Some people are going to come for the memes. That's what they want. Some people are going to come for the narratives. It's not just an ERC20 anymore. It's not just Hex. Whether you like it or not, if somebody likes, Teddy Bear, a meme, or Rob, or Mega, or PTGSC, whatever it is, people are coming to the ecosystem for that. People are coming to the ecosystem because there's this opportunity of PDI. People are interested in that narrative, whether you like it or not. So again, it's just about having the mind of acceptance. There's no point criticizing. Just it's a net positive for you. You shill your stuff. Shill your stuff. If you're people who are maxis who tell you, just buy Pulsechain, don't buy anything else. Why do you think they're telling you that? What do you think that they hold the majority of? I'll let you guess that because the answer is obvious to me. If someone tells you, don't buy Pulsechain, buy Solana, what do you think that they have? If someone tells you, buy Bitcoin, what do you think they have? So there's nothing wrong with that. You shill your bags, but can we please stop wasting energy on criticizing? You are never going to change somebody's mind. Everybody's circumstances and everybody's mind is their own. I'm not going to, if there's a kid that's in his is 16, or I'll tell him, you need to know yourself. You need to understand what your circumstances are. If there's a 60-year-old, I might tell him, okay, well, I would put money into Pulsechain because this is like the safest thing on the chain because it's like the layer one. Might not give you the biggest multiplication, but it's safe. So it's suited to your needs. A kid who's 16 or 17, I'll tell him, man, like, go risky, go balls deep in the risk. That's what I'd be doing. You're so young. If you waste a year of working, so what? Work next year and give it another go. And then if you waste another year, so what? Work next year and give it a go. And as you start, and if you keep failing, then you start to like de-risk and go into safer assets. But if not, man, go in the memes. Give it a try. Go listen to Moon King. Go follow some of their calls. Give it a try. If you hit a Shiba Inu, mate, I have nothing but hope for you to do that. Really, I want us all to win. I want us all to win. It's not a competition for me. It's unfortunate. It's a market. It is a competition, but really, don't let other people's judgments affect your decisions. If you go to a city and you go there for the food and somebody's telling you like, oh, don't go for the food, go for the parks, and you're not interested in parks, like, well, are you going to go to the park or are you still going to go to the restaurants? So again, if someone wants the memes, just accept that. Don't FUD it. What's the point? They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. It's as simple as that. Just it's a net negative. Be net positive. Net positive is acceptance. Acceptance is shill your things and either don't say anything negative or just accept it. Okay, there's that. I probably don't really agree with that for X, Y, and Z, but it's trash, all these idiots, and what's the point? You're just pissing people off and you're just making them not like you. Like, that's how the human mind is. If you want more followers, then just have an accepting mind. So, all right. Now, tourists, this is an exciting aspect for me. The influencers are starting to talk about it. They're shifting. Altcoin Daily talks about Pulsechain. This guy Maddox, or I don't even know if I've got his name right, Ivan on Tech, Ran, BitBoy Crypto. None of these guys spoke positively about Hex. None of them. And Hex did a 10,000x. Not one of them spoke positively about Hex. These guys with a huge influence are starting to talk about Pulsechain. They're not saying buy like they are with Solana because they have all their bags in Solana, but they've got a bit in Pulsechain. So when their Pulsechain starts to go up, I'll tell you what, they're going to start talking about Pulsechain. You think Ran is not going to talk about Pulsechain so you can help pump his bags? Ivan on Tech, they're all going to do it, man. They're all going to do it. So for me, it's awesome. They're still cautious. They're not pumping it. Thank you. It allows us to keep buying. It allows my boys to keep accumulating at these prices. Please keep accumulating. These guys need to see results too. And when they do, it's going to get real. And those influencers are going to bring in the tourists. But the maxis, man, like the maxis on other chains. Why do you think Bitcoin maxis hate Richard Hart so much? He fudded the crap out of their bags when he went from Bitcoin to Ethereum. That's the one and only reason why they hate him. And they still hate him like 5-10 years later. They still can't stand him. They relish the fact that the SEC is after him. It's despicable. It's despicable, the hypocrisy of the mind, all because you called me fat. You called me fat when I was 10 years old, and I've never forgiven you for that. That's how the human mind is. You know, the deeper the attachment in our mind. So if I'm attached to my body and I'm self-conscious and somebody calls me fat, I don't like that person. I'm never going to like that person. The attachment of money. This is money. People kill for money. Money is the biggest attachment in the human mind. Money is the biggest attachment in the human mind because it's tied to survival. So if you come and you tell somebody what they have is shit, I hate you. I want nothing to do with you. You're killing my survival. That money equals my survival. That money equals my dreams. He's been hated for it forever. So on that same thing, if your perspective is, oh, Solana's shit, don't bother doing that. If they got lots of money in Solana, do you think they're going to listen to you? Their filter's going to go, oof. They're just going to switch off. They're not interested in listening to you. I mean, look at Solana. It's trash. It is trash. And and you know what? Is it? I don't know. I don't actually know. From my perspective, this is the thing. This is the key point. From my perspective, it is. I don't actually know a lot about it. All I've heard about Solana is that it's trash. It goes down every second week and it's VC funded and big money's in it and big influencers are in it. That's what I hear about it. I don't see like a community of builders. I don't see any of that. I don't know. I've got people telling me, oh, they got the fastest transactions, and that might be true. It might end up being the Google, and power to them. If you're in Solana, I wish you all the luck in the world. Please, I hope you kill it. I hope you all kill it. But at the end of the day, I still think it's trash because I don't know anything about it. And why? Because I'm also wanting the things that I'm in to do well. I want them to do well, but I want the things that I'm in to do better, of course. But the point is, I'm not going to bother learning about those things. And the same thing, if all their money is in Solana, they're not going to start wasting time learning about Hex when they see that it's down 99%. The SEC is after Richard Hardy somewhere else, so they don't know where he is. That's all they see. They don't see the 10,000x. They don't see the community. They don't see the DeFi. So really think about whether the energy there is like wasted. The amount of arguing that I see on Twitter about this coin or that coin and XRP and like, no, that one's shit. And what about Hex? And Hex is like this. It's like, there's not a single mind there that you're going to change. There might be people that are like going to come. I guess this is where it's like a catch-22. There might be people that are going to come. This is the important part, actually. There will be people who are sitting on the fence that might end up reading that thread. And if they see like cultist Hex just parroting off the same talking points in a contradictory way because it's actually like against the evidence, they're not really going to listen. But if you put together like a valid objective argument and it's like, oh, this guy actually knows what he's talking about, I might actually like look into Hex. This guy doesn't sound like he's just a cultist and he wants you to buy his bags. He's actually talking about, oh, I like those points. That's what I mean about the maxis. Like you never, if somebody doesn't want to go visit New York City because they don't like people, they're not going to go visit New York City. That's just how it is. Experts. Every city wants their experts. Right now, cities want the smartest minds. Look at AI. AI, they're like hundreds of millions of dollars. Countries are investing in AI. They want AI experts in their country. They want that intelligence in their country. They're hoarding computer chips. They're putting in hundreds of millions of dollars in all these different programs. They want the edge against the rest of the world. AI experts now are like paid obscene amounts of money, like obscene. And in the same way, a city wants to attract the best minds, the smartest minds. Now we're starting to get experts into this ecosystem. Lamont, even in Just watch the highest of stakes. Watch the highest of stakes. Watch Lamont's perspective in the highest of stakes, and then go to Twitter and start engaging and looking at what Lamont's talking about. Look at the other skeptic in the highest of stakes and look at how she ended in the highest stakes. Just watch it. There's experts now. There's actually people who aren't tainted with their biases, who are open-minded. They're the people that I'm going to truly listen to. The ones who are open-minded and actually going to see it, that I want to listen to. I'm not going to listen to the people who are biased. I'm not going to listen to the Bitcoin maxis. I don't give a shit how smart they are. I'm not going to listen to them if they cannot see it for what it is, because they're not interested in seeing it for what it is, because it's counter to everything that they have their money into. I'm not interested in those experts. I'm interested in the objective experts, and we're getting objective experts. Lamont Black is like talking about Hex like it's this phenomenal creation, and it is. It is like, it is, as a decentralized financial system, it is phenomenal. It is, boy, when RG3 says it's like the first, and the way that he says it, it's like, I used to think he was cooked. I'm sorry, RG3, if you're listening, you're probably not, but I used to think you were cooked. But in actuality, it is the first truly decentralized cryptocurrency that I can actually think about from the perspective of replicating something in the financial system onto the blockchain. And I guess, well, I mean, I guess you could say maybe Bitcoin was, in the sense of replicating gold, store of value. So maybe that's why it kind of didn't sit well in my mind. But nevertheless, it is a phenomenal thing. So we also have a unique spectacle. You want to go? You want to go to a city? Also, I'm going to go to this country because I want to go to Mount Everest. I want to go to the city. I want to go to New York because I want to go see the Empire State Building. I want to go to Sydney so I can see the Sydney Opera House. What do we have here that's unique? I'm so bullish on this ecosystem since ATROPA. ATROPA is creating tokens of fake money and bringing in real value where the ecosystem leverages itself up. Now, full disclosure, I've got a tiny bit of money into ATROPA. I didn't put a single cent in until I saw this thing and I was like, what the hell is this? And I started learning about it and it just blew my mind wide open. This is Hart's law on a new chain. The liquidity bonding. It's not just me creating this token and pairing it up with something. It's designed in a way that I don't fully understand. There's much smarter people there that understand the maths behind it. And I trust what they say. I trust their conviction. I can feel their conviction in their words, that they know what they're talking about. I can feel it. And then when I'm also studying it, the excitement that it brings up in me, I feel that. And it's the resonance of the earth and the universe. And I'm like, whoa, like there is something here that's actually like, there's an element of truth here. I can't fully understand it, but it's this completely new experiment in DeFi. There hasn't been anything that has the DeFi that we have in Pulsechain because of the liquidity bonding. This is Hart's law on a new chain, liquidity bonding on a new chain, designed on a new chain, from the ground up on a new chain. That is phenomenal. That is so phenomenal. The reason why people don't like it, again, because it takes money away from their Pulsechain and their Hex. And I wanted to go back into Pulsechain and Hex. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the narrative, because again, like the PDI narrative, and it's not even about PDI, by the way. It's about bringing up all the copied PRC20s. This was Richard's dream, the PRC20 tokens to have value, that people can bridge their assets over from Ethereum and use PRC20s. It wasn't actually happening. And I'm sure someone thought of it, or he thought of it, to actually do this, okay? That this is the way to actually do it. And I'm seeing the evidence there. I'm seeing it bit by bit actually happen. That's the thing. So whether you deny it or not, it doesn't matter. The evidence is there. You can't fault the evidence. You can't actually fault the evidence. Now, just think about PDI. Just PDI. Who has the most DAI on the planet? We all know the answer to that. But now, the copied PDI, it doesn't even need to get to $1. If that just continues to go up, somebody who got a whole bunch of free tokens, just like the rest of us, who can use those whole bunch of free tokens, and now those free tokens have phenomenal value, and this particular person also wants to have the most successful blockchain on the planet. What do you think this person is going to do with all that PDI? What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Hello? Hello? Speaking of bullish divergence, I mean, I gotta shout this out because this is bullish divergence on ATROPA. The ATROPA ecosystem going down, down, down. This is bullish divergence. And now we're getting a divergence on the RSI. So this is on the 4 hour. And this is what I was charting the other day. It's starting to go up. Once it goes to 3 cents, phase two, because it's recovered from its bottoms and it's going to phase two. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited because this experiment, this new DeFi experiment of liquidity bonding and the designing of that liquidity bonding, it's actually working. It still needs a community. The science, the art is there, but it still needs people power. Does it have people power? I see the people power, but the community is still admittedly very quiet. The community still is, it's chasing other different things. That's just normal. But again, you only know what's in your mind. If you haven't actually studied anything about ATROPA, you're just going to look at this and your eyes are going to glaze over and go, this guy's an idiot. And fine, I'm an idiot. I'm probably completely wrong. Maybe I am. I'm prepared to accept that, but I'm looking at it, I'm understanding, I'm trying to learn about it, and I'm just like, there's so many things here that are just phenomenal. And the way that my mind works as well, and the way that it's always worked is I'll just study as much as I possibly can and then not think about it, let it go, and then the universe fills in the gaps. And then whatever I had in there, just boop, this order comes out. And then this is what ATROPA is, and I'm trying to express it. And like, I trust that instinct. I really trust that instinct. And you don't have to, you never will. You have to do the study for yourself. That's the whole point. Oh boy. Wow. This was a ranty one, but really thank you. It was probably, I'm honestly not fully clear-minded at the moment. There is a part of my body where a lot of tension is, where a lot of like stored negativity from my life is, so that it maybe be a little bit critical or like overly passionate and might rub people the wrong way. And it's not my intention. If it's rubbed you the wrong way, I'm really sorry. It's truly not my intention. I really just want to like, I just want us all to be together and to learn all of this together and just grow together and just accept each other. But I know that that's impossible. I know it's impossible to accept each other. I know you can't do it unless you actually come out of your mind. But nevertheless, I'm going to talk about it because I truly believe in that world. I'm coexistent Stephen for a reason. I believe in that world. Everything that I do is devoted to that world. And I want to see that in Pulsechain, but it's not going to be this thing that like still, no matter what, as good as cryptocurrency is, as good as Pulsechain is, it's only going to go so far because of the human consciousness. It can only go as far as the consciousness takes it. The revolution needs to happen in the mind first. Everything in the world at the moment, just like in Pulsechain, is being set up. Hang on a minute. Everything in the world, just like in Pulsechain, the infrastructure has been set up and it's waiting for all those people to come. In the world, it's exactly the same. The truth is here. The truth is here. Come out of your mind world and let's all just live together. That's the truth. So in that same way, it's like I just see all those things. I see all those things, and as much as I love this ecosystem, it's eventually cryptocurrency is going to collapse. I don't believe that it's going to be like, oh, Pulsechain is going to be the reserve currency of the world. I don't believe those kinds of narrative. The consciousness needs to change first. And once the consciousness changes, then the new monetary system will emerge out of the fire, out of this complete collapse. That's an inevitability. The financial system, it's broken. It's not going to last forever. They know it's broken. They're trying to protect it as much as they can. That's what they want to do. And we want to protect what we have as much as we can. So let's get ahead while we can. Let's take advantage of what's actually happening, but don't like, be smart about it. Be smart about it. So, yeah, anyway, I don't really know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you all.